Good morning. This is Russ Edgar. Probably not morning where you are or when you are. I'm going to show you what is occurring. 3 days ago, FedEx delivered 22 440 watt panels to me. Uh, there was a snafu. The panels could not be gotten off the truck by the FedEx driver. He simply couldn't do it. He had a lift that was way too short to slide under the paddle or the pallet, and it didn't work. So I uh, helped him unload using my tractor and a belt. This is the tractor I used, a Kubota, wonderful tractor. And actually, this is the belt I used to pull them off the truck. We pulled them off onto the uh, lift that he had attached to the truck, and then simultaneously I lowered my forks and he lowered his tailgate, and we got him to the ground. So what we have is this. There is on the pallet is done on edge, and is so that if you cut the bands, things truly will go to hell. So you don't want to do that. So what you have to do, or at least what I did, I built a structure that holds the pallets in an upright position. I didn't use any new material. Well, I guess it is some, but material I'd already had. 2 nice pallets, some boards that I had retrieved in a project. They're very old. They're treated. I'll actually take them apart and save all this stuff. This 2x6 was just in my shop. If you can see that two before there was actually got the word master on it. It was used for another project. It was the master cut. So what I work alone on this. I built this structure. I'll swing around here so you can see this structure holds up the panels. What I'm doing, and I'll walk up and show you, I take 3 or 4 panels off the pallet. I put them on my forks, and you see I have big sheets of cardboard that match them in size. Then I walk or drive up to the array that's up there. I'll walk up now and show you what I've done. 4 panels have already been installed, but not permanently. This is the array that I built. I'll put that in another video with details, so in case you want to copy it, you're welcome to do so. However, you see I used farm gates. Actually I had about 6, but I used 4 on this project. I've got 4 of the 440 watt panels attached. They're actually, and I'll walk around so you can see, I'm waiting on bolts to come from Amazon, so I just simply have them tied on. But they will be attached with aluminum and stainless steel bolts when I get done. Actually, I'll start doing that this afternoon. There isn't a really good way for a guy my age, working by himself, to do a project like this unless they have a tractor and they have some ingenuity. What I do, and I'm going to do this this afternoon, actually, it's about noon. There's the gate that I'm going to use. It's exactly like the one on the left. You see that I have a flat cable just lying there, and I used that cable was left over when we built the pole barn down there. Or actually it's a hoop barn, not a pole barn. I will put a panel right there on the edge, and then I will hook that flat cable to it, and I will pull it all the way to the top and fasten it. So I'll have one at the top, then I'll put another one on here and leave it in place and fasten it. And then what I did on these, then I pulled the other 2 over the bottom one using a piece of cardboard between them to protect the glass finish. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I know Some people will enjoy the video like this, and some people think I'm a crazy person. That's all right. If you can see, we've got panels. That's going to be half of one string. Then there will be another half of the other string here. Then the other string over here. And what we'll have at the end will be 2 strings of 8 panels at 440 watts. And then across the front of this structure, there will be 6 panels facing straight up and down to be actually utilized in the winter. On the edge of the gates, they're attached to the lower gate. I'll show you there. By these clamps or bolts, U-bolts, heavy duty. They're actually rated for, I think, 3,000, 4,000 pounds for holding springs onto an axle of a boat trailer or such. So I have these attached to the gates, holding everything together so nothing can go anywhere. On the one I'm getting ready to put a panel on, I've got some blankets that I put over those so it does not hit, break, or scratch or anything the panel that I'm going to put on. All right, we have the loader and the tractor in position. You can see the panels there just above the gate, and I'm going to simply work it, not just lift it like a 2-man job, but a 1-man job. I'll run from each side of the loader to the other and ease it onto the gate and then attach it. On the back side of the array, you see I've got 2 ladders and a walk board. The walk board is made so that I can go up and pull and manipulate the panels from that high position. That's approximate, well, those are 12 footers. They're off the ground about 18 inches, so we're talking about 14 foot off the ground. All right, I'm at the top of the array. As you can see down below is the tractor and the panel I'm going to start pulling up. For those of you who wonder, yes, I have a professional grade safety belt on. So if I fall off of here, I probably will only fall 3 or 4 feet and then be dangling like a crazy man. But that'll be better than being dead. All right, we're in business. First panel is up. It is tied to the top of the gate. Swing around so you can see both sides by a rope. This afternoon I'll have bolts that Amazon is bringing, stainless steel bolts, and I will make some custom made aluminum 1 square inch tubing to hold everything together. But what we have right now is a panel that is up, nearly in the position it's supposed to be. I'll center it, attach it, and we'll be done. I really appreciate you sticking with me this whole time. The day that I'm working in is somewhere above between 90 and 95. They call it a heat dome. It is pretty steamy up here. Everything is going well though. I haven't fallen off. Safety belt's still attached. I'm going to detach myself and gonna go to lunch. I really appreciate you sticking with me. Thank you. So long.